This year, your American Cancer Society is celebrating its 100th birthday. But it's just not our birthday we celebrate this year. We are celebrating the birthdays of every cancer survivor who has survived another year, thanks to the research, education, advocacy, and services you have helped make possible. But in order to understand how far we've come, we need to go back to where we started. 100 years ago, cancer was a taboo disease, surrounded by fear, denial, and misperceptions. Back in 1913, a cancer diagnosis amounted to a near certain death. Our founders knew they had to change the culture in this country about cancer if progress was to be possible. But the number of doctors, nurses, patients, and family members to be reached was overwhelming. So the Women's Field Army was formed, a legion of volunteers whose sole purpose was to wage war on cancer. Dressed in khaki uniforms, these women went into the streets to raise money and educate the public about cancer. In 1935, there were 15,000 people active in cancer control throughout the U.S. Thanks to the Women's Field Army, by the close of 1938, there were 10 times that number. Now it's our turn to finish their work. We know from 100 years of saving lives that silence won't finish this fight. Only action will. Because we are still 100 years later, the organization that turns what we know about cancer into what we do about it. Our Field Army looks different today. We traded in our khaki uniforms for purple and white ones. We went from focusing in major metropolitan areas to being in communities, large and small, throughout the U.S. We challenged ourselves to reach everyone in every community, and in doing so became the largest voluntary health organization in history. We recruited our dads, husbands, brothers, and sons to help, although they sometimes still resembled the Women's Field Army. And we enlisted our children, because we need all the help we can get. If 15,000 women can change the nation's culture around cancer, imagine what 3 million relayers can do if they were just as loud. Now it's your turn. Who will you enlist today, tomorrow, over the next 3 years? Those women grew from 15,000 volunteers to 150,000 in just 3 years. What will your legacy be? It's time to ask your parents, friends, neighbors, and coworkers to come out and walk with you. To get loud, we need everyone in every community to join us today. We need to go from 400 lives being saved a day to 1,000. Let's make noise by continuing to ensure life-saving cancer research gets funded. Let's get loud by making sure people facing cancer have the help they need, like a free place to stay during treatment and a ride to get there. Let's amplify our efforts to keep fighting for everyone to have access to quality health care, life-saving screenings, clean air, and more. More birthdays is our rally cry. Happy birthday is our victory song. Go out and enlist people today so we can finish the fight. Our 100th birthday gives us all the opportunity to be as loud and active as possible in the battle to end cancer. What will you do through your relay to make this cancer's last century? Thank you.